Achieving big success with lots of tiny steps is a great way to do it. Hey, I'm really sorry for the interruption, but I have a quick announcement that's really important. I'm launching a new program. It's a free coaching program for anybody, any trader. It's called Mindset Mondays, and the first Monday of every month, we're gonna get together, we're gonna do live group coaching, and you'll have an opportunity to come and either get coached or you can just lurk and listen. It's up to you. Details are included in the description of the video, and hope to see you there. Hey traders, this is Taylor with The Trader's Brain, and first of all, I want to apologize for being away for so long. Just to get a little bit personal, I actually had some things happen in my family. My dad passed away very unexpectedly, very surprisingly. He had a heart condition, and we got the news. And so I stepped away for a little bit. I had some travel and obviously taking care of some family stuff. So apologize for staying away for too long. But it's given me a chance to really think about a number of different things. And I wanted to share a little bit about him. But before I do that, before I tell you about my dad, I want to tell you about a guy named Dave Brailsford. So you may have heard this before, you may have heard this story, but it's a great story and I love it. Dave Brailsford became the manager of the British national cycling team in 2003. Now, up until that point, the Great Britain team had managed to win a single gold medal at an Olympics over a 100-year period. Just one gold medal in 100 years. In fact, that British team was so bad that none of the equipment manufacturers wanted the cyclists to use their stuff because they didn't want to be associated with that team. That's how bad they were. There'd never been a British winner of the Tour de France, ever. Now, 5 years after Dave Brailsford came in as the manager, let me just tell you a little bit about that British team then. So just 5 years later. So they dominated the road and track cycling events at the 2008 Olympics that were in Beijing. They won 60% of the gold medals available. 4 years later, in 2012, they set 9 Olympic records and 7 world records. From the period between 2007 and 2017, British cyclists won 178 world championships, 66 Olympic or paramedal gold medals, and captured 5 Tour de France victories. That is amazing. It's astounding. Now, what did Dave Brailsford do that was so impactful to this team that had been consistently losing? Well, he implemented a strategy that he calls the aggregation of marginal gains. His basic philosophy is that if we could find ways to just get 1% better every day, then the accumulation of those improvements will give us massive gains. And that's exactly what happened. If you read their story, go out and look at it and search it out. But if you read their story, Dave Brailsford did all kinds of things. He looked at almost everything related to their process, related to their health, related to scheduling, related to whatever they could find where they could implement a 1% improvement in that thing. They did it. And those accumulation of small little gains turned out to be big wins. Now, how does this relate to our trading? Well, wherever we're at, we have the opportunity to look tomorrow at what we can do 1% better. Somewhere in our process, there's an opportunity to make it better. Somewhere in our edge, there's an opportunity to make it better. Somewhere in our mindset, there's an opportunity to make it better. If we can intentionally and purposefully look every day for a just 1% improvement in something, some area that's affecting our trading, imagine what kind of trader that you'll be 6 months from now, or a year from now, or 5 years from now. The aggregation of marginal gains is a sound principle for achieving really big results in our lives. Now, let me go back to my dad really quick. So I didn't grow up with my dad and I didn't know him that well. In fact, there's a lot of people that I met on this trip that knew him way better than I did. And there's one thing that I heard actually repeatedly from different people. They said, Taylor, your dad was the best man that he was on the day that he died. And what they explained to me is that my dad worked every day to be a little bit better in his life. Now, when he was younger, a lot of people even admitted he was not that easy to get along with. He was just one of those guys that was not necessarily the easiest to get along with. But the day he died, he was a kind, loving, compassionate, and caring man. Not without his faults, not without his challenges, but he worked every day in his life to try to improve an area that he needed improvement in. That's how we should live our lives. That's how we should be traders and look for ways to get improvement in everything that we do. That's it, traders. Until the next time, happy trading.